Okay. I'll have to look for some good cider.
What I would do
Maybe,
is just go back to the cider tent and just let's go get it.
Okay, so you guys can head off that way. By about this time, 2 o'clock is approaching. So Adamar, you can go over to the archery tent. Okay, so a few of you go to the cider tent to pay off the bet. Adamar goes to the archery tent. What does anyone else do that they want to do?
Are we still hunting for what's her name?
Yeah, we got a couple hours.
Okay. Because she was at the psychic tent.
At about 4, and it's 2.
Okay.
We do have to make a plan though, so we need to get there earlier than that.
Right.
sure. Yeah, I thought we were going to meet up there at 3. She appears at 4.
So we have an hour.
Yeah, we should be able to make it there, huh? Maybe. Maybe half the party should stay and we'll just go, I guess. I mean, we'll go to the cider area.
Yeah, I agree with that.
What I'm gonna do is go over. Can you hear me? Go over
Yes.
to the archery thing, do my thing then, and then start heading over to the psychic's tent.
Okay, so as the people who head over to the cider tent, as you're buying them cider, you like hear some halflings talking, and you overhear some people talking about how there's a thief going around taking some stuff. You know that there's that back in town there's been some homes that have been burglarized, and you know everyone's kind of on the lookout for who it is, but they don't know, but they know it must be an outsider, so they kind of look at you guys as outsiders, sort of with suspicion, as they think it could be you. Adamar, as you go to the archery tent at 2, you actually spot Elsie there, and she has entered the contest, and she is firing arrows at the targets. And yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm gonna put my 5 gold down and then get in line right like behind her to try to befriend her and talk to her as we're going through the target.
Okay, so also remember that you're here at the exact same time you were here yesterday, and at this time yesterday she was not here, and now she is.
Oh.
So as you walk up, she's finishing up her shot, as she has scored 4 2-point targets in a row. So she has 8, and she says, "All right, I'm gonna put it up on the board, and I'm going for the big 3-point target. That'll guarantee my win." And she takes her bow and fires it at the 3-point target, and she nails it. Haha! 11 points. That puts me in the lead.
So I'm gonna go about as normal, as if I don't remember anything from yesterday. you know, don't really kind of keep an eye on her, but then trying to, I guess, make it look like I'm not really paying attention.
Okay, so so you decide to not enter the archery contest again, or
No, I'm going to just as I'm doing it though, I'm gonna try to keep an eye on her, like out of the corner of my eye,
okay,
make
got
it
it.
so that it doesn't really look like I'm going about my normal day, like I didn't notice her. I don't know anything.
Got it.
Like we're reliving the day over again,
Yeah.
type of thing.
So she sees you put down your gold after she finishes her 11-point run. Okay, yeah, thanks, Battlefish. No problem. Things happen. Okay, yeah. So she sees you slap it down, and she goes all right, see if you can beat that, buddy. All right, so you strike your first 2-point target dead in the bullseye.
Yeah, should have done that on a 3-point.
And you hit the 2-point target for the second shot. Oh, you're doing well. Oh, so bad. So sorry. Looks like you're gonna have to go for 3 points here on out if you're gonna even have a chance. Oh, too bad.
Yeah, I messed this one up.
Okay. 7 points. That's respectable.
So,
But it's not going to beat my 11 points. Oh, I think you already had 5, didn't you?
yeah.
6.
Yep.
7 points. That's a respectable.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, it's tough game. So you in town for a while, or what brings you around?
Oh yeah, I'm just passing through. You this doesn't seem like your usual scene. What are you doing here?
We a couple of us were bringing fresh new beer to the grounds, to the cider mill area. It's the cider stand to supply them because they were running low. So we
Yeah,
brought
I
the
heard
beer.
someone yelling about how it was all soured.
I don't know what that guy's talking about. It tastes fine when we brought it.
Huh.
We brought it in last night, set it all up, and a few of us stayed around and drank, and it was fine last night.
Well, maybe I'll go over and try some for myself.
Yeah, you should.
Nice talking to you.
You too. And now I'm just gonna kind of stay pretty far behind her, but follow her, kind of weaving in and out of the crowd, keeping cover.
Okay, make your stealth check. Okay. She doesn't notice you tailing her. As she makes her way over to the cider stand, you notice her picking pockets along the way. She's quite good at it. No one notices.
When we get over to the cider stand, do I notice any of my group that said they were gonna head over that way?
Yeah, they're probably over there. Yeah.
So once I get over there, I'm gonna kind of let them know that, because she's still she goes in there, right? Or does she veer off?
Yeah, she goes to the cider stand. Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna let them know that she's here now, for anybody that's still there.
Okay. So you guys, so when you guys went to the tent, I mean, you went over there to pay off the bet that he was going to win. So how did you play that out?
Well, I'm gonna make the beer taste or bad again, and I'm
Okay.
gonna hand him the 10 ciders, whatever. And so I can't find
We
any
can
other.
have a couple ourselves so that we, that, well, I don't know what point that would make. We have some ourselves
Yeah.
just to prove that it's okay, and then he'll
Yeah.
know we're bewitched. But I don't know.
Okay, so when he comes up and you guys are gonna buy it for him, he comes up and he goes, "All right, I want several wee drams before I get my full cup because this stuff was horrible earlier." And so they give him the taste. And he's like, "Okay, that's bad. You guys get me 10 of those." And he goes and sits at a table to wait for them.
So maybe we should order one good one and give him the rest of it. Give him the bad batch. The rest of the bad batch.
I don't know if I want to do that. That'd be way suspicious.
True.
I tell. I'm gonna let him know. Hey, can I make the payment tomorrow? Can't seem to find a good batch of cider that you like.
What? No. So he like so he went over and got tasters and they tasted fine. So he said, "Yep, I'll take those." But
Okay.
so he says, "So you're going back on our bet then?"
No, I'm not going back on your bet. So you've already. So okay, he's already tried them.
Yeah.
Then I'll get him those. I'll get him those 10.
Okay. And then cast the spell on them as you bring them over to him.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you bring him over and he goes and he drinks it, and it's sour. He then spits it out again. He says, "Damn it!" And he takes it and he throws it. And he says, "Curse this rotten place!" And he storms off. And moments after he does this, you start hearing screams and exclamations of shock and disgust that spread throughout the cider stand as some people start throwing up and they dump out their drinks and there are these like white moles at inside all of the cups, and all of a sudden they dump them out and climbing out of all of the cups are all of these moles that start running throughout the crowds as kids start screaming and people start running away, and the moles just kind of start running throughout trying to seek cover.
How did that just happen?
Yeah.
Is there
Can I-
anybody that looks suspicious around that I may interpret as a spellcaster of any sort besides our party?
Can I make a perception and see if that was an illusion of those moles coming out?
No need to go perception. You can go and try to grab one of those moles and pick it up, and it's real. As you get it, it squirms in your hands.
Oh, okay.
So the gnome is not visible anymore.
No, he's storming off.
I think it's probably another one of his spells. He probably did something.
Yeah, so one of you versed in religion could try to make a religion check.
I don't have religion. Does anybody else does?
I do not. I have Arcana.
Well, if nobody has advantage, then I guess I'll throw.
Yeah, so the white moles mean nothing to you, Ulanin. Anyone else, even if you're not proficient, are free to make religion checks to see if you're
All right.
familiar with this. Okay, so yeah, Niltzer knows that the white mole is the symbol of the halfling trickster god known as Erdland, or no, sorry, gnome god known as Erdlin. He is a god of murder and greed.
Am I at the cider tent at this point?
Who was asking that?
Adamar, following.
Yeah. You saw this.
So I see all this going down.
Yeah.
And so, what religion would knowing his religion? What type of information does that give us?
Just I mean, just that the white mole is the symbol of this gnome god or Erdlin.
So I guess he could be some kind of cleric.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of getting at. Like, do we know what class he is based off that information?
Have I seen magics like this using my arcana? Make an arcana roll.
No, not necessarily to make an arcana roll, but I mean, he has displayed. I mean, if these spells have come from him, which you're thinking it might, I mean, he has displayed some rather powerful magic that he is capable of. If it's turning the
Right.
turning the mayor into a frog or conjuring up all these moles inside people's cups, I mean, that's quite powerful, high level magic.
Was it,
Definitely high level transmutation magic.
Yeah.
What was the religion again?
Oh well, it's just a god. It's there in the chat. Erdlin, the gnome god. It's that symbol of the white mole is his symbol.
I think we need to. This guy seems pretty powerful. Maybe we should try keeping the mayor away from him instead of him away from the mayor.
Yeah, I think that'll probably be better. And not to mention, I think we still forgot to ask him for his name. So should we look for the mayor, or what time is it right now?
It's starting to get late in the day. You're just a few hours away from the finale of in the pudding tent.
I had when I came in, I already let you guys know too. Don't forget that she was here. The other thing that I did not mention now is that yesterday I did not see her at the archery contest, and today she was there.
So it seems like she's also waking up to the same day.
Very possible. She didn't seem to recognize me, but I was trying not to be recognized when I talked to her.
Or if she's repeating the same day and she's noticing that lots of other people don't realize it, she could think that the same thing happened to that you don't realize it's the same day.
Right.
Yeah, I think she's obviously having the same experience. And what was her name again?
Elsie Rumknuckle.
So can we identify or find out what houses were ransacked?
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's not inside the fairgrounds, you know, because the whole town is sort of, or village is away at the fair, right? So the village is kind of quiet and slow. So just people, that's the houses, while no one's home and while no one's really watching down there, there's just been talk of them being burglarized.
Should I should I talk to her and see if she recognizes me? Try to get any information out of her.
You could try since you sat down at the table with her yesterday.
Yeah, and I didn't go chasing her around, so
I don't know if we want to make it known though that we know that we're living the same day over again. At this point, I don't think we have enough information to trust her. Don't forget, I'm a very distrusting character too, so not myself, but I don't trust people easily.
right.
Well, if we mess it up, we'll get to try again.
That's
But
true.
she'll know if we mess it up, and she's living the same day, and she remembers like we do. She'll know.
That's true.
But maybe she may have some information that will help us as well too.
That's possible.
I vote that I talk to her again.
I'd like to go.
Oh, you good? You good?
This is Elsa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me guess, you're from out of town and the pudding is...
Let me guess. You're out of town and a big dumb dwarf. What do you want?
Well, I just saw you sitting there, and first of all, I'd like to see if you feel like anything unusual.
What do you mean
Apart
by
from
it?
being spoken to by a big dumb...
Well, if you mean all them white moles coming up and crawling out of the cups, I mean, that was pretty strange.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like that before.
So yeah, I saw that. You saw that. I think we all saw that. Looks like they're all spread. They're all scattering out now, or burying into the ground. I don't. I think that's going to kill the cider business for the day, though.
Yeah.
Why? Have you seen anything strange?
I mean, there's strange things going on all over the place here. For example, you being here.
What do you mean? I can be here just as much as you can be here.
Maybe so, but I think I'm looking for someone like you, matter of fact, now that you mention it. Where'd you say?
I don't think I did say. Where did you say?
No, it's really more of a question for you. Where are you from?
I'm not from around here. I'm from out of town, and after this day is over, I'll be headed on my way.
That's excellent. I'm actually looking for a halfling who's just passing through. Maybe you're the one.
I highly doubt that. There are a lot of halflings here, though. You could go choose one of them.
It's too bad it's not you. It might be some money.
Oh, you're interested in money, are you?
Well, it depends. It's more like I might have a job, but only for the...
And what is this job you're talking about?
I'm sure you wouldn't be interested, but there's a lot of money to be made. I'm looking for a
You often keep I think you're letting off the push to talk before you finish your sentence. So like every time your like last word cuts off.
Yeah, sorry about that. I said
Sorry.
I'm looking for a famous thief. To be frank, I was.
Oh, a famous thief, huh? Why am I starting to get a strange feeling about what you're talking about? She kind of crosses her arms.
Well, like I said, I mean, only the right person. We could discuss business. If you're not that person, maybe you're not interested. Maybe you're not the person.
Yeah, I don't think I like where this conversation is headed. I think I'm going to get up now and start walking this way. Goodbye.
Out of character. All right, folks, come on, let's grab them. let's. We did this all, and we didn't make any progress. So let's just go for it. I'm gonna go ahead and grab Elsie.
Okay, so you go and try to grab her. So this will be what we refer to as a grapple check. So what you do is you make an athletics check.
Can any of us assist?
Yeah, so you guys can move in and try to help. So he can do it at advantage.
We'll do that.
Okay, with it.
Yep, with advantage. So you go to try to grab her, and she tries to give you the slip with her acrobatics check, which she dodges you as you go and try to grab her, and she starts to run. So you guys are at the
So
Do I get to cast another sleep spell or no?
hold on, I'm just trying to figure out. I'm confused as to where we are on the map.
Right by the tent, right in the middle of the board, lower. Just
There it is. 2. Okay, yeah. So she starts to run out of the cider area,
so
and
can I cast
head.
mold earth and make a tripping hazard in her way? See if I can get her
Okay.
to trip.
All right. Yeah. So you do that. You cast a mold earth, and the earth rises up in front of her, and she starts to run, and she is going to make a dexterity saving throw. So that was Nilt's there, right?
No, it wasn't me.
No, it's
It was-
Atrix.
Atrix. Okay. So Atrix tries to do that. Your spell save DC is 13. Okay, so that's what she has to catch. So she rolls very high, and she kind of jumps over it and dodges it. And Ulanin, you said you wanted to try to cast sleep on her?
Yeah, am I allowed to cast it the second time?
Yeah, because this. Well, wait, that was. That was still this day, but you have two spell slots, so yeah. Or wait, well, what are you? You're a. Yeah, you're a bard, so you have two spell slots. Yeah, so you have one left. So this will use up your second spell slot.
Oh, okay. Sure.
So roll
do
your
that.
5d8. Let me see what her hits are. Yeah, so again, her hit points are more than 31 as she keeps running. The sleep spell has no effect on her. Anyone else got anything?
I'm gonna try to run and tackle her.
Okay.
Being a halfling, I'm assuming I'm faster than her too.
Okay, so
being an
you run after her, and you try to grab her. So you can make your athletics check to try to grab her.
man. What the hell?
As again, she's pretty slippery with her acrobatics, and oh yeah, she rolls a nat 20 and dodges you as you kind of leap for her and try to tackle her, but she gives you the fancy footwork and avoids you.
I want to try the grease spell.
Okay, so just to be clear, Adamar's tried to grab her, Crozus has tried to grab her, Ulanen's tried sleep, Atrix tried to trip her, so now we're with Niltzar, yep. So you try grease. Okay, so cast your grease spell, and that causes her to have to make a dex save throw, and if not, she's prone. So it's making her dex saving throw. As she fails it, and she slips and falls down prone on the ground. So that's going to give you guys another chance to try to grab her.
Is that with advantage now?
Well, you guys have to deal with the you guys have to deal with the grease as well.
Okay.
And being prone does not have any bearing on advantage or disadvantage on grappling checks. So let's see.
Can we surround her?
You can try to do that. Yeah, you can all go and stay outside of the area of the grease and try to surround so she can't get away. And she's kind of on the ground, and you guys surround, and she's like, look, I don't know what you guys are playing at here, but maybe we can cut a deal or something. All right, look, I've got lots of gold. You want gold? We can cut a deal. You want to pull a job? I can pull a job with you. Look, what do you want?
Well, some of us want
So
to
you are
down.
outside.
We at this point in time, we know that she changes her way through this fair each day that is going on. So she's got to know that it's reoccurring. Should we be asking her about that?
Definitely.
I think that's more important.
So I just come straight out and ask her at this point in time what she knows about the day repeating, and the fact that I know that she has changed her through the fair from the previous day.
So she just kind of stays on the ground, doesn't bother to try to get up. It's all greasy, and she kind of tries to at least try to sit up as it's still really slippery. And she says, "Wait, you know about that too?"
Yes, we do.
We all
Trying to figure out what's going on.
Well, how have you been taking advantage of it?
Just been trying to figure out why the day is repeating.
Well, I've been going around winning all the contests, collecting all the prizes, and nicking all the gold.
Yeah,
like-
but don't you lose it?
Oh, I don't know, not
What's
yet.
that?
Who's to say this is going to happen again? Maybe we only get one shot at this.
This type of stuff normally doesn't happen that way. Unless you stop it, it's going to keep repeating.
Well, you try to keep on doing good, and when you figure that out, then I'll get to keep all my gold.
I say we tie her up, take all our gold, and go. Probably worth more than the bounty.
Hey, come on. Like I said, I worked hard for this. We can cut a deal, though.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
I've been
Maybe she can help us.
I've been nice so far, but you try to take my hard-earned gold, we'll have problems.
Should we ask her about the bounty?
I would say probably not at this point.
Well, regardless, we should definitely tie her up and take the gold. See if we can give it back. That would be the correct thing to do, and then collect the bounty.
Well, what my thought was, let's try to convince her to help us out, but keep her so that we can then like take her back for the bounty. And as we're doing that, we can take everything and return it if we stop this. But I think we need her help to stop whatever's going on.
Yeah, but I don't think this one understands what helping means. She hasn't worked an honest day.
That's true.
I have a thought. Maybe there's something she may have stolen that can't leave the town.
We could ask her if she has anything left over from the other day. Because we lost all our stuff. So would we, if she had something that she still had from yesterday, that might be the object, if that's
Hey.
true.
Look, all I know is I was at the pudding fair yesterday. I was eating some pudding fare, and in fact, that ugly mug right there, she points at Ulan, and came over and talked to me. Then I left and was going to leave town and be out of here. I hadn't taken anything yesterday. I was on good behavior. I slept half the day. And then some jerks tried to follow me, and I don't know what that was about. And I tried to run, and then it all went black, and I woke up in the hay bale that I woke up in the day before, and it took me a few hours to figure out it was the same day again, as I didn't sleep in because I was going to leave town. But then I realized that the pudding fair was happening again, and it's the whole day, and so I decided to take advantage. I suggest you do the same thing. And if you want to take my stuff, well, she kind of looks like she might go for her weapon.
If it's not her and she's telling the truth, I still don't trust her. But if she is telling the truth, the only other figure so far that we've come across that might have enough power to do something like this would be that gnome.
Yeah, it has to be.
Wouldn't this be an insight check or something like this for truth telling? Could I roll one of those?
You can make one if you like.
Ugh, that could be better. I'm rolling 10.
You feel like she could be telling the truth.
What about perception? Would perception work for that?
No, this would be insight.
Well, she seems to be telling the truth as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
It's a wonder.
Adamar, you feel like she could be telling the truth?
Crap.
I don't like the dice rolling on this system. They're giving me bad dice.
Ulanin, you feel like she could be telling the truth?
Well,
All right, so she's telling the truth then. What do we do with her?
Do you have any? You don't have any idea of what's going on. Do you have any? Are you willing to help us try to figure out what's going on?
Why? What do you think's going on?
I don't know. I just don't want to relive this day over again.
Well, I can only help you if you tell me what kind of help you need.
Help us protect the mayor.
What do you mean?
I've got an idea.
So
Here, if you're so interested in stealing things, here's a gold piece. But I'm gonna tomorrow we'll. That is if you're still around.
You kind of cut in and out there.
Yeah. So just go ahead and hold it down and say your whole sentence and then.
Okay, I pull out a gold piece and I nick it with a blade. And I said, right now you can help me by holding on to this until tomorrow. So I make a coin with a mark on it, and I give it to the halfling, you know?
Okay, yeah, got it.
And then otherwise, guys, I think that we should just keep this one around either until the day is over or we figure out what else to do. We just continue on. I mean, who knows if it'll happen again, but we're definitely taking this one into custody.
So what time, out of character, what time did everything go dark on us and we went to sleep? And how close to that time are we right now?
So all of this is taking quite a bit of time. We're getting, so yeah, night is sort of setting in.
I mean, I'm going to pull out rope and tie her up, and we're going to basically treat this like an arrest. We need to take you to Ball.
All right. So if Crozus is talking serious like this, she says the hell you are, and she whips out her short sword. Everyone roll for initiative.
I'm sorry, how do you roll for initiative again?
On your main tab, there's next to your AC, it says I and IT, and there's a big button right there. Yep.
Got it.
Okay, so with that, fight on our hands.
She has at least 30-something hit points.
Yeah, the
Okay.
way my rolling's been, I'm gonna miss every time too.
Looks like yes, we're not going to do a battle map for this, but so you guys are all surrounding her. She is currently prone on this grease, and yeah. So Adamar, you go first.
I like the Z Sounds battle music. It's pretty cool. It's a little low though.
Yeah, I don't try not to.
You said we're within arm's length of her, right? Because
Yep.
we're surrounding her.
Yeah, you're within 10 feet of her. Yeah.
I did have a question. I didn't know how far we'd get into this. I have 2 scimitars. Can I use both of those as a ranger at first level, or do I need to be second level to dual wield weapons like that?
No, you can do, but you can't do it on this turn because you can only pull one out at a time.
Oh, okay.
So you can pull one out now and then one on the next turn, and then on the next turn you could attack with both. You just have a yeah. So you also do have to let's actually say that the grease has dissipated at this point, but she was on the ground. Okay, so you go and stab her with the short sword. As you wound her. Crozus.
Yeah, hang on.
Okay. Go to your actions tab for all that stuff.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna cast.
Okay, you cast Guiding Bolt. Oh well, you gotta make the attack roll first.
Yeah.
Cutting out again.
Yeah, just a moment. So it's just a standard attack roll, no
Yes.
modifier.
Yeah, so if you go down on your actions tab, right, and you go down to where there's guiding bolt, there's a little magnifying glass to the right of that. So you click on that, and then you'll see that there is an attack button. So you click that. There you go. So that actually misses her as she rolls out of the way. As you shoot your guiding bolt at her, and she dodges it. And is that your turn?
Yeah, I guess so, huh? I'm not going to
Okay.
move. We're surrounded.
Okay. Ulanin.
All right. Well, let's see. Guess I will attack as well.
Sorry, ignore this.
All right.
So, I'm going to use my rapier. Can you walk me through the steps again?
Yep. So you go to your actions tab,
I'm there.
and then you either double click on. So you just double click on the attack dice for the rapier, and that is going to hit her. And then you double click on the damage dice. Yep, that deals then 9 damage to her. Niltzer.
And I cast Toll of the Dead.
Okay. So that one is a saving throw. So she attempts a wisdom save and she fails. So now you may roll damage, and she's already injured. So roll the d12 for damage. That deals 8 necrotic damage to her. I see. Okay. Yep, that deals 8 necrotic, and it's at your turn.
Yeah.
Okay, Atrix.
So quick question. So with mold earth, I can excavate 5 feet of earth. You said she's still prone.
Currently, yeah.
So can I excavate the dirt and let it fall in on itself? Kind of barrier or entrap her in dirt. Instead of moving it away 5 feet. 5 feet.
Okay, yeah. So it depends on whether the area is loose earth, as it says in the spell. So yeah, I guess it just kind of means dirt. So which it is. So yeah, you can do that.
Okay, so I'm gonna excavate it and let the dirt fall back in the same hole under her.
Okay. So you sort of create this 5-foot hole that she's now in. Okay. So with that, she then, as she falls in this hole, she then gets up, and she goes to jump out of the hole. Which she is then able to do so, making your spell save DC. And she goes to stab at Crozus, as he's the one who has pissed her off here. And she will make... She stabs at Crozus. Stab. stabs, not at disadvantage, which hits. That ends up dealing 9 piercing damage to Crozus. He then stabs again. Hits. Crozus is not doing
Pretty
well.
much dead.
And she stabs one more time and hits, and Crozus suffers a failed death saving throw, as he is pretty messed up there. Yeah, okay, Adamar. It is your turn. Adamar?
Hello?
Yep.
I'm just gonna attack her with me.
Okay. As you stab at her with your short sword, and then you can make your second attack. So both miss as she as you try to stab at her, and she sort of duels you and blocks them with her with her sword. Crozus, I need you to make another death saving throw. You do that on your main tab, down there at the bottom where it says death saves. There's a little button. You see what I'm talking about?
Hey, sorry, I stepped out for the bio break for 2 seconds.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's your turn on your. So you saw that she stabbed you real good. Oh, good.
Yeah, I'm pretty much down, right?
Okay, yeah. So you need to make a death saving throw. You already have one failed down at the bottom of your main tab. There's a little where it says death saves. There's a little button.
I see.
Yep.
So where's the death save section? Where would I be looking? I see strength, dex, con, int, whiz.
Oh, it's on the main. It's on the main tab, and there's a button down at the bottom where it says death saves. Yep, there you go.
Aha!
Yep,
Finally a good.
Yep, there you go. So you're not dying yet, Ulanin.
Let me see. I'm trying to see what does Bartok Inspiration does.
You can grant that to one of your party members, and they can choose to use it on one of their next ability check, attack rolls, or saving throws, and add a d6 to it.
Can I do that after an attack?
Yeah, you do so as a bonus action. So your attack takes up your action, and your Bartok Inspiration takes up your bonus action. So yes.
Okay, I'll attack.
Okay. So you stab at her with your rapier, and I believe that is going to be a miss. Yeah. And then who would you like to grant your Bartok Inspiration to? In the party.
In the party that's still living?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we're also alive, just not for long.
Yeah, but you can't act with it, right? I don't know. Atrix.
Okay, so you grant a Bardic Inspiration to Atrix. Okay, Niltzer.
All right, I'm gonna cast mage armor.
Okay. Protect yourself. I think that takes up your action. Yep. All right. Niltzer tries to protect himself by casting Mage Armor. Atrix.
All right. I'm going to try to stop Croesus's bleeding.
Okay, so you want to you want to do a medicine check on him to try to stabilize him.
Yeah.
Okay, do that. Make a medicine check.
And does the Bartok Inspiration help out on that?
It can, yeah. So we can. So if you say you want to use it on that, make your medicine check, and we'll add a add a d6 to it, which is going to be a 3.
All right. I'm adding it. So.
All right. So you go over to him and yeah, tend his wound and sort of stick something on it so that it stops the bleeding, and that automatically stabilizes him. So he no longer has to make death saves. He's no longer at risk of dying, but he is unconscious.
Okay.
As the thief then decides to attack you, Atrix, as you do that. Stabs. Hits. And sends you unconscious. She then whips around and finds Ulanin. Tries to stab back at him. She hits with, dealing 9 damage to him, and as he's not down, she stabs one more time and misses with that one. All right, Adamar. It is your turn.
Oh, sorry, I forgot I switched over to push to talk. I am going to try to tackle her and tie her up.
Okay, so you attempt a grappling check, make an athletics check. Tested by her acrobatics. So you go to jump at her and try to grab her, and she steps and kind of does a little spin and dodges your attempt to grab her. Croesus, you are stabilized but unconscious, and it is Ulanin's turn.
All right. All right, I will attack.
And that should hit her. Deal 6 piercing damage to her. Takes a flesh wound.
Can I do a spell as well, or no?
Nope. You can just because any spells would require another action, which you just used to attack. But you can grant another Bardic Inspiration to someone.
Sure. Who wants Bardic Inspiration?
Either Adamar or Niltzer. Niltzer is about to go right now.
All right, him.
Okay. Niltzer.
All right, I'm gonna go with a magic missile.
Okay. Well, so I was questioning this already with the mage armor because I think you've now cast two greases.
Oh yeah,
and-
you're right. You're right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry. So yeah, so you just have your cantrips.
In that case, I'll go with Toll of the Dead.
Okay.
Can I use the?
Oh, you want to? Yeah, that's right. It's a saving throw. So she attempts to save and she does fail. So then same thing on the Toll the Dead. There's a little magnifying glass to the right of it. Click on that and use that damage roll right there from the 1d12. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. It's 3 necrotic damage. Atrix, you are wounded from her stab. Please go to your main tab and click on the death saving throw button. Ooh, that is real bad. That is 2 fails of the nat 1. She then tries to finish off Ulanin. He scores a hit with, and he goes down. He then turns her attention to Adamar, since he tried to lunge at her. Stabs him. And misses with that stab, and stabs one more time. Hits him with that one. Ends up dealing 10 piercing damage to him as he goes down. Adamar, make a death saving throw. Okay, so you're not too badly injured, not dying at the moment. Crozus is stable. Ulanin, make your death saving throw. Oh, just the one. That's 1 failure. First one. And then Niltzer.
I don't suppose I can convince her to talk.
He seems to have the upper hand at the moment.
There's always disengage and run. Just kidding.
I guess I'll go with Toll the Dead again. Toll the Dead again.
Yeah, I didn't think this was going to go well by the time we saw her whip out 3 attacks and down one.
We may just wake up again in the end.
That's what I'm thinking.
Niltzer, go ahead and yeah, make your toll the. Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting. Saving throw.
Can I add to the attack roll?
No, you can't, because she's the one making the saving throw, so you can't use Bardic Inspiration for that. You can only use it on your rolls.
In hindsight, the number of hit points that this character has should have been a hint to me.
Yeah, and she fails. So go ahead and roll the damage. All right, so she takes 5 necrotic damage, as this only seems to piss her off. Atrix, go ahead and make your death saving throw. Oh, Atrix doesn't die yet. He's not doing great. And she then stabs at Niltzer, hits him as he goes unconscious, and she skitters off.
Does that take my armor into account? Just
It did, yeah. She rolled a 19 to hit, so
okay,
that was going to hit, yeah. All right, so now we need to go in order here and see who dies and who doesn't. Adamar, roll your death save. Adamar dying. Crozus is stable but unconscious. Ulanin, make your death save. This is more just for fun. Niltzer, make your death save. See who lives and who dies. He's failing. Atrix, make yours. Atrix dies. Adamar, make yours. Seeds. Crozus is stable. Ulanin, make yours. So dying. You guys are, some of you are bleeding out, some are not. Niltzer. Oh, Niltzer. Isn't too badly injured. You wake up, or you kind of come back after the intense pain of her running you through sends you kind of unconscious for a moment. And you hit the ground, but you're not so badly injured that you get up. But she is nowhere to be seen. Atrix is on the ground dead, and Adamar. Adamar is going to pull through. Crozus has already pulled through. Ulanin. Looking okay. What would you like to do? You can take an action to try to save someone.
yeah, I could use my medicine on Who needs it? Atrix?
I think no, he's
I'm
already
dead.
dead. He is dead. The only person who is still in limbo is Ulanin.
Use it on Elon and then.
Okay, make your medicine check, and you can spend your Bardic Inspiration. If you, but it's going to be a 5 if you spend it. And yeah, you stabilize Ulanin.
Whew.
But Atrix is dead. For the moment. As the sounds of battle quiet down and the sounds of the night come back in as the thief has slinked off into it.
Well, what time is it?
So yeah, it takes several hours for these guys to come back conscious, and so by the time that happens, Niltzer, you are kind of you're the only one conscious. How does the rest of the night go for Niltzer?
I mean, so it's past 8 o'clock.
Yeah, well, I mean, so the rest of your party members are unconscious. They're going to be unconscious for several hours. Atrix is dead, and yeah, so you're the only one conscious. At this point, yeah, I mean, maybe around this time is when all that stuff's going on in the pudding tent. Yeah.
I guess I'll stumble over to the pudding tent.
Okay. And just as you do that, you're there in time to see that gnome guy turn the mayor again into a frog and storm off. You do, as you're paying more attention to it this time, though, you do notice what's her name, Nanny Cowslip, chase off after him in the night into the woods.
I don't suppose I caught his name in any of that.
You do hear that you do hear that when they announce him as the winner, you pay attention this time, and you do pick up his name being Patcher Moldwarp.
Patcher with a P.
Yep, right there. Just put it in chat. Patcher Moldwarp. So as you see him storm off into the woods and Nanny Cowslip follow after him, what would you like to do?
Well, can I follow them?
Sure. So you follow them into the woods and sort of stumble around and have a hard time finding them. As you know, you're injured. You're by yourself. You're just a wizard researcher out of your element, and it's sort of a desperate moment. But you are able, as you stumble around in the dark, you do finally come along. You hear voices, and it's an argument, and it sounds like it's between Nanny Cowslip and this gnome. So what would you like to do as you hear this argument going on?
Just listen.
Okay, so you try to sneak up and listen. So you hear Nanny Cowslip confront him, and she says, "I demand to know what that magic is that you used on Mail or Barley Dew, and go back and reverse it at once. This is unacceptable." And then the gnome says, "There's no chance of that. You don't realize who I am, are you? I know who you are. And she says, do you now? Well, then you have me at a disadvantage. And she comes out of her form, and she's not actually an old woman. She sort of has this sort of brilliant light. If you wouldn't know better, you've never seen one before, but you'd think she were some sort of a divine being. He says, "Ah, yes, now we can speak more freely, Sir Rolly. Nice to see you again. You may remember me from our dealings in the past." And he transforms his form and back into his usual form. And she says, "Ah, Erdland, I didn't recognize you."
What was her name again?
Sir Rolly. Put in the chat.
Do I know who that is? I mean, I guess I have that. could
Maybe,
have that
maybe
knowledge.
not. You can discuss it with the party maybe later. And she says, "This is unacceptable. You cannot be here." He says, "Oh, what's unacceptable is you being a jerk. You're always blocking me from having fun. Your stupid charm on the town or protection enchantment. I don't get any pudding. Even though I won the contest fair and square, it wouldn't go in my mouth." Well, that's right. You're not welcome there. He says, "That's it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it." And he starts stamping his feet, and he starts saying these words as she tries to react, but it's too late. And he says, "Ye and all who live in Three Penny Wood are cursed to forget this day and relive it each morn till I dine on pudding." And she begins to try to cast her banishment spell, but before she can get it off, this happens. Everything goes dark, and you wake up again. In the inn that you woke up in the last 2 days. You hear the crow of a rooster, which awakens you, followed by the sound of a brass band cranking up, and you hear the crier, roll up for the pudding fair." Atrix, you are alive again. You don't know where you were, but you're back whole again. Those of you who went unconscious, you just wake up the next morning and you're back in your beds.
I'm going to tell the guys who missed it the whole story about Soroli and
So it sounds like we've got two divine entities messing in mortal affairs.
seems that way.
Over pudding.
So we need to prevent Soroli from poisoning whatever she does to the pudding.
Well, no, she has some sort of enchantment on it that blocks him from enjoying it, from eating it.
Maybe it has something to do with the candies.
My first question would be whether there'd be anywhere else you can get pudding.
Nope, that's the. I mean, that particular pudding. I mean, that it's just that one big fruitcake pudding.
So there's no other vendors that would be selling anything else. So the pudding, like the pudding's like the main thing of the event, and like it's only that. That's it.
Yeah, it's
So
like
what if we got
it's like a chili cook-off, right? It's just that one big pot of chili that they make, you know, is the chili, you know.
Got it. So get to clear my death saves.
Oh yeah, everything's clear here. I'll do a long rest because that's what you're getting. Yeah.
What if we steal some of the pudding right when they finish cooking it to give to them?
Right now, it's totally on. We can go do whatever we like, with apparently no consequence.
Now we just have to look out because we have made an enemy. Who's also
We're not going to be able to collect that bounty now.
So,
Yeah, I think that was probably never a possibility.
Yeah, not likely.
Well, we'll see. Maybe we'll handle it in negotiation. We'll see when we run into.
so.
How about-
We need to go to Nanny Cowslip, right?
no, I think what we need to do is do some good deeds before we go see her. Stop whatever misfortunes are happening.
That's a good point.
So Nanny Cowslip is the wife of the mayor.
No, she was the old lady who rode in on the chariot
Candy.
with the enlarged kittens.
Got it.
So what do we know at this point in time? We know that someone gets a bird pooped. We know someone drops their food. I can't remember exactly what it is.
So I'm going to run out and try to save the cake before it falls on the ground.
Yeah,
Okay, so you run out and you
It's
see
just pudding. That's right.
right.
Yeah.
That's what falls on the floor.
no it's cakes.
Oh,
Just a tray of cakes. So you go and try to you see the kids about ready to startle the goose, and you pick up the tray of cakes from the gnome and say, "Here, let me help that." She goes, "Oh, thank you," and then the kid startle the goose, and they go and knock her down right after you get the tray of cakes away from her. And
These are
she's,
the same
"Ah!"
kids that were trying to steal fruit from the.
Nah, probably not the same kids. They were just messing with a
Okay.
goose, and she tumbles over and you're holding on to the cakes and she kind of kids and goose and she gets up and dusts herself off. Well, that would have been bad if I would have dropped that. Thank you very much.
So the next thing that happens is the bird poop.
yeah. Somebody should probably call him over. I didn't have luck with the barking dog last time.
Yeah, so same thing. You do that. You call the guy over. The poop avoids he avoids the poop. Then you hear the gnome.
Here's a free.
And it's fresh, sweet, candied apples for sale.
So
I'll buy one if he eats it. That's it.
Sir, I will buy all of your apples.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see. That'll be 5 gold in total.
Here's 5 gold for you.
Thank you.
Should make
Here
it
you
easy.
go. All
And
the
then I'm gonna
apples
cut-
for
And then I'm
you.
going to cut one open and say, just so you know, I know these aren't any good. Don't ever. But I understand you probably need money for your family. Now go on home.
Thanks a lot, mister. And he runs off. Yeah, someone can try to look for the dog.
okay,
I had
Look
no
for the
fun.
dog.
Somebody else do it.
I'll look for the dog.
Make a perception check. There you go. So you see the dog. It's sniffing around, and it seems like it's looking for something.
So what was this story out of character with the dog?
The dog ends up chasing a rat, and then it runs by and knocks the town crier over face first in the mud.
Okay.
Take my bow out
So-
and shoot the rat.
Oh well, you don't see the rat currently. You just see the dog like it's on the trail of one.
So I'll take some. Let's see. Do I have rations?
Probably.
Who's got the apples? The candy apple.
That's me. I've got a whole bunch of those.
Maybe
Okay.
if we throw them at the dog, maybe the dog will be distracted by the apple.
Be my guest. They're not good for people.
What if you try to get the rat to go after the candied apples?
That's. Yeah, I don't. Do I see the rat? We don't see the rat yet.
No, you just see the dog sniffing around like it's hunting for something.
What if you just put them on the ground? Hopefully it will lure it in.
So, what's the negative consequence of the dog running after the rat?
There,
Not-
knocked
he-
off down.
yeah, he knocks the town crier over face first in the mud.
Well, anybody got any food to offer that dog? You know, some meat or a treat or something. Hey, boy, come here. Maybe a handle animal check.
Okay, yeah, someone can make an animal handling check. The dog is pretty.
Anybody have that?
Intent on. I mean, you don't necessarily have to be proficient. You you
I'm
can
the
do it
closest.
since
I'll
you.
try.
Yeah.
I'll
Someone
try
can call
it.
him
I'm
over.
the closest right now.
Okay, yeah, that works. So you call him over, and he comes over, and it seems like he might want some of those sweet apples. He doesn't care if they're rotten.
Yeah, absolutely. Feed him to the dog.
Yeah, and he starts chewing on him, and he fails to notice the rat that scurries across the road. Then
Very smart.
Okay, things are going well.
So I know that at the yard sale, some kids trying to steal some food, and the person at the yard sale breaks a window trying to frighten the kids away. We can try to get in and stop breaking the window.
yeah, so that if you recall, that occurred pretty later in the day at like 3 p.m.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we have a conversation with Nanny Cowslip? Erglin?
Yeah.
Family lady?
We've done some good deeds so far.
Yes, let's go see her.
Maybe we can make a deal.
So she lied to us about not knowing that the day repeats. So let's go have a word with her.
Maybe she
I'll
doesn't.
be back.
Maybe she doesn't know the day's repeating though, because she could possibly lose her memory too, right?
Yes, but we have lots of names and proof now. We can actually talk intelligently.
That's true.
So, what time does she come riding in with her wagon of kittens?
Yeah, so about now, after you stop all that stuff, she comes riding through, just as she did the last two days, and you can follow her over to her booth.
Okay.
And yeah, so you follow her over just at the entrance, and she same thing just as before. She rides in with her kittens, unharnesses them, gets out of her chariot. All of her stuff's already there at the booth. She then takes the magic beans and sets them down and flips open her sign, and she's ready for business.
I walk up to her and I'll say, "Hey, I'd like to take some of those beans."
Oh, well, what good deeds have you done today? One bean for one good deed.
I stopped a dog from knocking a guy into the mud.
Oh, well, that was very nice of you. Here, 1 bean for you. Gives you a magic bean.
Right.
And then we also, I forgot which one did I do. Oh, we also prevented a person from getting pooped on by a bird.
Huh. Like, how did you know that he was going to get pooped on?
That's a good question. Do you have some time to talk?
Always have time. Nothing but time is all I have.
It seems like we do as well too, as we all keep living the same day over and over again.
What do you mean?
Are you familiar with a Patcher Moldwarp?
Can't say that I am. Who's Patcher Moldwarp?
Cryoali?
Erdwin.
Was it Erglin?
He's Erdwin. She's our real.
Oh, I got the names mixed up. All right, that's what I meant. Sorry.
Either one might work.
I tried to write this down.
Okay. Erdlin? What do you know about Erdland? He says.
What do you know about the curse that's on this land?
There's no curse here. Don't you know? This entire fair is protected by Cerolali.
Oh, isn't she supposed to be Sorority? Aren't you Sorority?
She doesn't know you know that.
Now she does.
What? Why, no. I'm not Cerolali.
I'm telling you, we lived the same day several times. And we know this to be true. And we know that there's also an enchantment put on the pudding that Erglin gets very mad about every time we start our day.
Okay, as you say this, she grabs you and pulls you aside and says, "Look, buddy, I don't know how it is you know these things, but you can't blow my cover here. You know how bad it would be if all these people knew who I was? You can't go spreading this around. What do you know about Erdland?"
Well, I know that he keeps turning the mayor into a frog every night.
Keeps winning the contest.
Yep. The only answer is to lift the curse. Not the curse, but the enchantment. So we could be free of this.
Are you telling me that Erdlin has infiltrated the fair, is slipped through my enchantments, and he wants the pudding for himself?
No, he just wants a taste of the pudding. I don't think he wants it for himself. At least I don't think he does.
He knows full well that he's not allowed here and that he's not allowed to have pudding. He is a malign, evil god, and will stop at nothing to get what he wants, even as frivolous as it may be. I don't think it best that you get in his way yourself, being who you are. You wouldn't stand a chance.
I realize that. But at least you can help us out.
Well, tell me exactly again what you're talking about. You're living the same day again? How is this possible?
That's a good question. We don't know how it's possible.
I thought you heard that he put this like this.
That's true. That's right. That is.
Yeah, Erdwin does it.
Yes.
So why can't he have have the pudding? What harm would it be to allow him to have pudding?
What harm would it be? Don't you see this harmonious little fair that we have here? I'm sure if you go around, if he truly is here, you will go around and see his malign influence all over. He will curse everything that he touches. He can't be allowed here. He doesn't deserve the pudding.
But he's here every day.
So
Anyway.
what if we can convince him to do a good deed?
Oh, I find that very unlikely. Again, if you go and start talking to him and reveal that you know who he is, you may yourself end up turned into a toad or a mole or who knows what else.
And what do you recommend?
Well, I need you to tell me exactly what happens. So maybe that way I can anticipate it and beat him.
Well, he wins. What was the game called again?
He wins the pudding affair contest.
The table hopping contest.
Yeah.
Yondalla's luck?
Yeah,
That's it.
He wins it every day. Every day.
And then he tries to eat the pudding.
Okay.
He can't.
He winds up turning the mayor into a frog.
Huh?
You confront him
Where do I confront him?
outside of town.
Okay. Then what?
Then the day starts all over again.
He curses the town and everyone in it to relive the same day.
I imagine he does this just before I'm about to banish him.
Yep.
Yes, that is what I would do if I were to discover him here. Yes, well, we'll have to wait till that moment again. Doing anything right here in the fair would be dangerous to you and everyone else around.
There's one other person who's also aware as well.
Yes, well, Erdlin always was lazy. I imagine that when he cast this curse, he forgot to include outsiders.
We know he's at the cider stand. Can't you just banish him there?
Wait a minute. How long has this been going on?
Oh, you tell me.
I mean, it could be a really long time. I mean, what did we ask you what year you think it is? That might be. Since we all came from outside. Oh, well, maybe this part doesn't matter so much. Anyway, it's really confusing.
Gee, you're getting very metaphysical.
So what's the
God.
plan? What do you suggest?
Like I said, we shouldn't
How
try
about we
anything.
banish him before he does anything?
Well, if you say he's been here in the fair all day, if I try to confront him in the fair, like I said, it could go well, it could not go well. When you're dealing with forces such as these, and they meet, it can be pretty. It could be not pretty. We could leave this whole place a crater. I think it best that we wait until he's outside of town naturally, by the normal course of the day. Well, I need to banish him. And if you say he gets this curse off before...
I have an idea then, in that case.
Okay.
We basically don't do much of anything. We let everything play out as normal. We know where he's going to be. We go to the outside of town, and we wait there and create a distraction while you...
Yes, I like your thinking. For a dwarf, you're quite smart. Yes,
Hey, I heard that, but I'll let it...
I was going there. Yes. I mean, unfortunately, maybe you may have to put yourself in harm's way, but don't worry. I'll be there too, and I'll help.
Well, we've already been in harm's way, and we found out that there really isn't much.
Okay, so yeah, you distract him just long enough so he can't get his curse off, and I'll banish him.
Why don't we just go to the bar, make his beer taste like crap, and then offer him good beer at the end of town, or meat, or whatever.
I think he wants the pudding.
Maybe we should get him some good. Maybe if we could make that pudding better, he wouldn't be so pissed off.
What was it that was said that he tries to eat the pudding and he always gets stopped or he drops it or
Yeah,
something?
he's not allowed to eat it.
I don't think he's able to taste it or something like that.
I don't think we can change that.
No, but we can change the cider that he drinks.
Yeah.
We just have to make sure this guy has a really nice.
Yeah, I mean, perhaps getting him drunk would be a good thing.
That's true.
Yeah, make the cider taste really good, make him really drunk.
If he's really drunk, maybe he won't win.
Party it up with him then. But
Yeah.
what we use as an excuse to get him out of town.
You know, I had another idea. What if we win the jumping game?
I
I'm not
don't
sure if we can beat him.
Yeah, we threw everything we got at him.
Well, if we make the cider taste really good and he drinks too much of it, he may pass out and never enter the competition.
That's a good one too.
Right, and then
Make
we
it so
win
you-
and we.
Make it so the competition never can happen. We'll break all the tables.
There's another idea. Let's try that next time.
So what's the plan?
We can try to win the contest, and then if we don't win, just go on with the second plan to meet him outside at the end of.
All right.
How many people can your sleep spell put to sleep?
I believe I could do sleep twice.
But can you do like an area of effect, or is it a single person?
It's
It's an
number of
area.
hit points.
Yeah, it's an area of
And
effect.
this
And
is
it affects a number of.
Patcher Moldwarp, right? That's the character we're all talking about. To have.
Yep.
Thank.
Yeah,
So let's get Patcher drunk. Let's just we'll go become really good friends with Patcher and say how much we love Patcher, and we're so honored to have such a damn fine guy around, and just keep buying him drinks.
Sounds like a good plan.
Live it up for the day with him.
Yep.
Show him a good time.
Yeah.
We'll make sure everything tastes really good this time.
Okay, so we are pressed for time here. I said 4 to 5 hours, and we're in our 4th hour, approaching the 5th. So yeah, so I'm gonna summarize this day, and you guys do that. You find Patcher live through many of the same events, similar but perhaps different. You then get him drunk and nice and liquored up. Maybe you do that bet again. He goes and enters Yondalla's luck. Dances right through it, as he is a trickster god and very hard to stop him. And then night goes on. Maybe you might Adamar, you were really interested in the archery contest.
Yes.
So do you want to try to win that again today?
Sure.
Okay. So I'll say that I'll take your best result, and Yeah, Elsie doesn't, now that she repeated it after you guys tried to kill her, she doesn't go and try and do that again today. So you are able to take the top score there, at least for the moment. Anything else anyone wants to try to accomplish for today, on the off chance that it doesn't repeat again, so that changes become permanent?
Yeah, we go to the herbalist again.
Okay, so you go to the herbalist and do your trick again to get your healing potion.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you do that.
I'm gonna try to stop the kids at the yard sale.
Okay, so you go and you find the kids kind of over by the orchard, and they're off to the side, sort of making their plans. And what do you do when you see them? It's before they go to try to steal the apples.
I'm just gonna confront them and say, "What are you kids planning on doing?"
Nothing. Why are you bothering us, mister?
Well, because you guys look like you're up to no good.
Maybe we are, and maybe we aren't.
Well, I'll let you know. I've got my eye on you. I wouldn't try to do anything.
Come on, guys. This guy's a jerk, and they wander off in the opposite direction. You seem to have changed their plans as they know you're watching.
Okay.
Did we each get a bean from the?
Yeah. So by my tally, you guys got 4. So yes. So who did?
Atrix got one.
Okay, so let me go back. So who stopped the tray of cakes from getting dropped?
I did. Adamar.
Okay, so you go and get the bean. If you want to use it, you should. I think you're going to need to use it now, so you can eat it and get the effect here. So you can roll on this table that I just shared. Okay, so yeah, you can save that actually for that. So she tells you, because yeah, because there's some that are 24 hours. I don't want you to waste it now. So she tells you this bean will make you invisible. So you can save that for the right moment for 1 hour. Someone else. So who then stopped the guy from getting pooped on?
I think I did the second time.
Okay, so you can. So you
Somebody
can roll
else
on it.
did the first time.
Okay, so you can roll on it. And you get a bean that will give you 10 temporary hit points, and that lasts for 24 hours. So we'll just give that to you now. That was for Ulanin. So you get double your hit points. Who bought all? Yeah, that was Crozus who bought all the apples. You can roll on the magic bean table.
Sorry, where will I find that?
Should pop up on your screen.
Ah,
Oh, and you have advantage on all saving throws as you feel energized, fresh, on your toes, like you've drank 100 cups of coffee.
awesome.
And finally, who stopped the barking? Oh, that was also Crozus. So I think, well, you guys kind of worked together, but you get another bean, so someone else can eat it.
Yeah, I'll give that away.
Yeah. So I guess either Atrix or Nilt's there. So who stopped the kids?
I did.
Okay, so you can
Atrix.
get what? Okay, Atrix. So you can get one from that. So go ahead and roll on the magic beans. You gain the halfling lucky trait for 24 hours. So basically, it's actually a super lucky trait in that if you roll a 1 or a 2 on anything that rolls a d20, you get to re-roll that once.
Okay.
And then Niltser, you get that bean from stopping the dog, so you can roll on the table. And you also gain 10 temporary hit points for 24 hours. You have 15 now instead of 5. More than double. All right. So she says, okay, you boys did good here. Do you feel ready?
Yes, let's do it.
All right. Well, how about you go out to the spot into the woods where we end up meeting and wait there?
Okay.
Sure, but are we're gonna bypass the whole getting drunk part and just go right to the
Oh, I summarized that. You did all of that
okay, yes.
to save time. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So you guys are just waiting out in the woods. You guys see that map there?
Yeah.
Still
Yeah.
loading.
It's loading. Yeah. Okay, so whenever it loads, place yourselves where you would like to hide. Probably the confrontation between the two happens sort of in this space here. Okay, so as you're sitting there waiting, you hear what you think are footsteps approaching, coming this way. And as you are doing that, you see Erdland or Patcher Moldwarp coming up as he kind of comes over here, and he's like, stupid Rollian or stupid enchantment. I can't get my stupid pudding. It just makes me so angry. I'm gonna curse that whole place and make moles come out of their ears and eyes and nose and mouths and everywhere else.
Wait a second. He's angry. He can't have.
Yeah. Correct.
Well, how do we fix that?
We can't.
The enchantment on the town prevents them from being able to eat pudding.
Well, where'd that come from?
Sorolily. This is good and evil gods, playing their games.
Got it.
Yeah. So as he's sitting there sort of mumbling to himself, pissed, you don't see any sign of Sorolily yet. What do you do?
Well, by Moradin's beard, this would be much simpler, if it concerned my god. These foreign gods, I don't understand.
So once they start talking, it won't be long before he resets the time.
Yeah, so you might want to try and start distracting him.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do to distract them?
Maybe I could be of help here. Hold on a second. Because we've been drinking with him and partying it up with him. Right?
Yeah, hey buddy, what's going on?
Oh, whoa, hey, oh, you scared me. What are you guys doing out here?
We needed a break from the fair. There's just too many people there.
Yeah, me
Trying to
too.
take in some fresh air.
Everyone there are jerks.
Yeah, I agree. Hold on, I'm trying to see what I could do because I have like, but he's a god anyway, so I'm talking out loud.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, maybe it's not so bad. I mean, yeah, everyone's kind of rude, but we think that you're awesome. We had a great time with you all day. We just take it easy, and then we can find you some more pudding elsewhere.
No, but I want that pudding. Hey. You guys want to be in a gang?
Yeah, man, what are you talking about? I want to hear.
Yeah. We're gonna. I'm forming a gang. It's called. Well, let's see. How many of you there are you? There's 5 of you. Yeah, and me. So that's Moldwarp 6. Yeah.
Moradin, close your ears. That sounds wonderful.
I want to. Croesus, you get inspiration for that. You can check it off on your main tab at the top where it says
Thanks.
where it says INSP. In fact, yeah, I mean, I don't want to cheapen yours, but I think everyone's done a great job playing this out. So you should all check off your inspiration tabs at the top here for this last thing.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
What does that do?
So basically, but before you make a D20 roll of any type, you can use up that inspiration point and you get advantage on the roll. So you have to decide before you make the roll. So if you feel like it's something important, you say, okay, I'm going to use my inspiration, then you get advantage.
Got it.
Yep. Yeah. You guys, Moldwarp 6. Yeah, and yeah. I'll be number one, and you're all under me.
I'll take number 2.
Yeah, you can be the assistant general gang manager. In fact, you're all assistant general gang managers.
Awesome.
Cool. Do we get armbands or some kind of outfit or something? I think that's
Yeah. We'll work that out.
I want mine to have a cape.
Okay, yeah. We'll get you a cape. Oh man, this is gonna be so cool. We'll show those jerks.
There's got to be really cool hats too.
Okay, yeah, no problem. We'll get hats. In fact, and he sort of turns around, and you see him kind of like do something. He comes back. How does this one look? And he kind of conjures the hat.
That's awesome.
All right, here you go. That's for you.
That's awesome.
Sweet. I'm never taking one off.
I'll never take it off.
So you guys do notice Soroli has creeped up, and she's kind of over here hiding and trying to sort of stealthily do her thing. As it seems like it's not instant. It might take a little bit, but for the moment he's distracted, and she's sort of getting more of a head start than Niltzer saw that she had before.
Cool. Maybe I'll make some music for our gang.
Okay.
Gang music.
Also, Niltzer, I want to ask, because you did try to cast Mage Armor before, so that's something you can precast since it takes 8 hours. Do you want to do that before all of this? Since it
Yes.
stays up for 8 hours, yeah. Okay. Recast that. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Play some music. He's like, wait a minute. You hear something?
I start banging.
Yeah, I don't hear anything. Start playing a flute.
No, I'm pretty sure I heard something over here.
So I'll use prodigitation and make sounds come from the opposite direction in the forest behind or the trees behind me.
it's probably those darn moles.
Yeah, I did kind of overdo it there, didn't I?
There were quite a few of them.
He says, nah, that sounds what you just that sounds that's a different sound. I heard like it was something else. I don't what?
So when was this gang going to do something? Or did you lose track of that idea?
And you saw him peering. You see him peering over into that bush, and he says, "Look, right now, this is going to be your first assignment. I want you to kill who's ever in that bush." And you see him start to do something. He gives that order to you, and
Who's our gang in this group?
he then summons these.
You just stay here. You've had a hard enough day. We'll take care of it, the four of us, and you just listen to some music and chill out and have a drink, okay? We'll hang.
Yeah, he's already all worked up, and he summons these. Oh, you went right on top of him. He summons these 3 things. I need everyone to roll for initiative. as he then teleports up here on the ledge. And these things go after whatever is in the bush. You are currently in the gang. And yeah, they do that. And then it is Ulanin's turn. Yeah, they beat you in initiative, so they did their thing first. Now it's your turn.
Okay. I will go towards the creatures. I could do a movement, and I could do Bardic Inspiration as well too, right? And then
Yep.
an action.
Yep.
Okay. Well, can I get near those creatures that were summoned?
Yeah, I mean, given where you are back there, you're pretty far away. Make sure where you're in a square. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can get pretty close, but because you were pretty far back there. I mean, if you have some sort of ranged option like dagger or vicious mockery or something, that'll work.
Does vicious mockeries affect more than one target?
Nope, just one. You want to cast that on one of the skulks?
Yes.
Okay, so you so what do you viciously mock it with?
Insults about their mother.
Okay, you insult their mother if they have one, and they fail that, and so roll for damage.
Where do I roll for damage? Sorry.
It's okay. On the on your actions tab, if you click on the magnifying glass next to vicious mockery, it brings up all those options.
Got it.
Okay, yeah, so you deal 4 psychic damage to it as this pisses it off, and it's going to have disadvantage on its next attack roll. Crozus.
Hold it. Do I get to do Bardic
yeah.
Inspiration?
Yeah, go ahead. Who would you like to give Bardic Inspiration to?
On the next player in our
Okay,
team.
Crozus. Okay. So you give him some inspiring words. Crozus.
All right.
What would you like to do?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna cast a guiding bolt on the one that's already damaged.
Okay. Would you like to use your inspiration? Roll with advantage.
Yeah, don't
Roll
I
with
get
advantage.
already the die 6 added?
You can if you want to declare that you're using that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and use the inspiration. As a matter of fact, yeah.
Okay. The Bardic Inspiration or your other inspiration.
I'll use the inspiration that we earned through roll.
Okay. So you use that, so you get to roll with advantage. Your attack roll for guiding bolt. And that for sure hits.
Cool. So it's like 4 die 6.
Yep, and you can it's the damage roll still right there, right next to where you did the attack roll. 46 radiant. There you go. So you deal 12 radiant damage to it. It is immune to radiant damage.
Oh darn.
That is the one damage it is immune to. Seems to upset it more than anything. However, I think the rider effect should still work, as it's covered in a dim mystical light, and the next attack roll against it has advantage.
Okay. Any room for movement after all that?
Yep, you can move.
Like how much? Just 5 feet? Is that it?
5 squares, yeah. 5 squares.
Yeah, 5 squares.
Because you have a 25 feet movement speed. So each square is 5 feet. So you move over to it. Probably pretty upset that it was resisted your radiant damage. Erdlin says, no, you're attacking the wrong thing. Adamar.
Oh, okay. I thought.
Go ahead.
I'm
Adam.
gonna attack the skeleton one with my longbow.
Okay. And yep, that hits. And you deal 4 piercing damage to it. Soroli kind of yells out, come on, help me out here, I'm almost done. And it's Atrix's turn. Okay, you shoot off some magic missiles. This thing. Get 2 more. You're not, I don't know if you're trying to talk, you're not coming through on the, yeah, you're, I see you're muted. But you shoot off 3 magic missiles and take that one down. As the force from them blasts it away. Niltzer.
Do I have to decide magic missiles before I start who they're aimed at?
You can do one at a time. You can say this one goes to them, roll it, see if they die. And you can just do it sequentially.
Okay, so I want to start on the one that's closest to me.
Okay.
And just roll damage.
Yep. 1.
Same one.
Mm-hmm. It's 2.
Same one.
Okay. You blast this thing pretty good, dealing 12 force damage to it.
All right, that's my turn.
Okay. Next, these things get to go as they are pretty pissed here. They turn, and this one comes for Ulanin and slashes at him with its claws. Ooh, ouch. As it hits hard with a critical hit.
It was nice knowing you all.
That much. But yeah, 10. So it pretty much, all of your vitality from that bean gets absorbed from that hit. As the other one, then oh, I guess I controlled the wrong one, but whatever, it doesn't matter. As this one then turns and comes for Crozus, slashing at him with its claws. It if he is yeah, he has a shield, so he blocks it with that. Ulanin.
Sorry about that. Okay, I will attack.
And that's gonna hit. Deal 6 piercing damage, and I think, yep, that blasts it away as it dissipates.
Do I get to do a vicious mockery as well?
Nope, because that's an action, so you have to choose between that and attacking. But you can do your Bardic Inspiration. You can grant it to someone.
I think we're all pretty inspired right now, I guess. Right?
Well, it can't hurt. This is likely the last encounter.
Sure. I will give Bardic Inspiration to.
Adamar, maybe he's next after Crozus.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Okay. Crozus.
All right.
What would you like to do?
Picking a spell.
Okay. Okay, so you're going to attempt to inflict wounds on it.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, so make that attack roll. Do you want to use your Bardic Inspiration too?
Whoops.
Yeah. Probably want to.
I do. How do you?
Just pick up that D6 at the bottom and drop it in the chat to see what we get. So that actually is not quite enough.
Spells are failing for me.
Yeah. It's all these foreign gods. Crozus doesn't know what to do with himself.
Clearly, yeah.
No! So Erdlin, you guys are a terrible gang!
Hold on, we're almost done taking care of these little.
Adamar. You get distracted by him yelling at you and completely miss. Ceroli says, "I'm almost done. I almost got it." Atrix.
Do my 2 max magic missile for.
Okay, one more minute. Yep, got it. Do it again. Second verse, same as the first. Okay, so you end up blasting it for 8 force damage. And Niltzer.
Tolls the Dead.
Okay.
Do I need to cast?
No, it's a saving throw, so it essentially rolls. It fails. So for damage. You deal 5 necrotic damage to it, as it is not immune to it. But it does not like Crozus and his armored self, so he's going to turn and slash at Ulanin, but completely misses as Ulanin is able to dodge it, and it's his turn. And that's going to hit. And then finishes off that skulk. And right as he does that, Ceroli says, there, and she does it, and this big blast of energy comes shooting out from her hand right at Erdlin. And it's this big sort of magical looking fist that goes flying at him and hits it. And he kind of braces for it as it strikes him, and this big explosion of light then goes off. And when it then goes away, shrinking back down finally, it envelops him and Thanks, Rolly. Good job. Worked.
Awesome. We never thought you'd make it in time.
Well, I suppose that means you'll have to just live with the consequences now, just like everybody else.
The consequences of what?
Your actions of the day.
Same day.
Anything.
I'm tired. I'm gonna go somewhere else now. It's been a long week. Goodbye. And she sort of walks off and sort of fade.
You have no idea. It's been really.
She kind of fades out as she walks away.
I'm not sure what she meant by consequences.
We're not
Oh.
leaving the same day.
Yeah, just meaning you know every, like, for instance, Atrix died yesterday, but there wasn't a consequence of that because the day repeated. Now if you die, you have to live with that consequence.
Right.
Yeah, so keep an eye out for Elsie.
What was that?
I said, yeah, like for example, keep an eye out for Elsie.